This is Steve Montgomery, and this is Unheard of Guitar. I want to show you very briefly the difference between major scale and pandiatonic scale, and then the arpeggios that you would build upon both of those. And there's a real distinction between the two that's very easy to see. Okay, so if you're looking at, say, for example, F major scale, and we've arpeggiated it, diatonic system is self-limiting. It's sort of contained within itself. You see, we go from thirds, we're going major third, major third, minor third, and then rather than going to another major third, the B flat is pretty much the fault is in the fourth, because by that B flat being there, it gains you something. It gains a closed system of going from an F to an F through consecutive thirds, but it also violates, if you want to say, the consistency that could have been there. So on the other hand, take a look at the pandiatonic scale, which then is arpeggiated by thirds. They're gonna always be major third to minor third, major third to minor third. So let's look at that one. So by making that into a B natural, you're able to get major third, major third, minor third, and it now becomes auto expansive. And it also takes you through, uh, if you want to call it other scales, other chords, that's why it's the word all, is pandiatonic. You're going to go from F to C to G to D to A to E to B, and so on. I like to stop for now with what I've been calling the hexachord, and what I've recently been tinkering around with this idea of a septichord, meaning stacked fifths going all the way up to the flatted fifths. In the key of F, that would go beyond what I've shown you just there, but you would go F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And that really fits the idea of the mini scales that I pointed out in another video about pandiatonic scales and the pandiatonic cycle, which is F, G, A, B. And that leads you right up to C, which would be F, G, A, B, then you're at C, D, E, F sharp, and so on. So that leads you with little mini Lydian type scales from one successive stacked fifth to the next. Okay, so that's it for this one. I'll give you a quick sound for these two arpeggiations, so you can get that in the mix here. So of course, diatonically, I would go like so. So again, there's that B flat. Okay, so it keeps everything locked, landlocked, if you want to call it. That's a tradition and it sounds great. But pandiatonically, you would have something a little bit different, which is, as I said, auto expansive. And so on and so on. So I think that's it for that one. There's so much more to do, so much more to say, so much more to hear. But for now, adios.